Welcome back to the channel, everyone. As today, your Akron Zips will be facing the Rutgers Scarlet Knights here in the second game of the season. As mentioned before, we did not record the Ohio State game, chose to forego that one and simulated it. And now we will be playing our first recorded action here against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Excuse me. They are a solid team, an 84 overall. So, pretty solid, much better than us on paper. But we're going to get into the action here as the Scarlet Knights will receive the opening kickoff. And one thing I will note right away is our kicker has a leg on him, man. He has a strong leg. As you'll see here, he boots it almost out of the back of the end zone. So that's something to keep in mind. He might be a pretty solid weapon for us going forward here. As you see, the Scarlet Knights are led by their quarterback, and his name is Ethan Kaliakmanis, I think is how you pronounce it. I believe he's a 78 overall, so he's okay. We'll kind of see how this one unfolds here, but let's go ahead and see how things start off here. As he hands it off to his running back, that is Kyle Manangai, who picks up a solid 5 yards. Kelly McManus is going to bring a guy in motion, and he's going to be sacked as we bring the safety on the blitz, and that was number 2, Damon David, who got that sack coming in on the safety blitz. And you'll see a lot of that type of stuff here with my defense. Right now, I'm not entirely sure, as we take a look at the replay here, the exact defense that I want to run, but right now we're doing a multiple. So we're just doing multiple different looks. I kind of want to run something kind of exotic, 52, 46, big nickel type things like that. And I think we were in the big nickel there as we get a second sack, taking down Kelly Mannix once again. And it looked like a double team on the sack there. So 2 guys are going to get the credit. But Shaman Cooper, our linebacker, is going to get the full sack credit. But he did have a lot of help. I see Nunnally in there. It looked like big number 99, Kapongo, might have also been in there. As we get ready to take over on offense with this offense led by Taj Bullock coming out in the flex bone, we're going to hand it off. And Jordan Simmons is immediately stuffed for a 1-yard loss. Again, to explain the offense, we run what's called the triple shoot. There's a lot of different formations you'll see. We're in duos right here. As you see Bullock taking it, Bullock's going to keep it, and he has a lot of room to run. Dealing with a lot of space, he's going to be chased down, but that is a nice big gain on the first keeper by Bullock, and that is showing some encouraging things there on offense early on as you see Bullock keep it again and pick up 3 yards. But the idea of this offense is to get a lot of different looks, flex bone, split back, different things like that, and to run different option looks out of it and eventually open up the passing game. And we'll kind of see how that works as we bring our wide receiver in the backfield. Bullock is going to pitch it out there, and he's going to be stopped pretty quickly. I think that might be Israel Polk, who's going to get it again here. And he's going to be tackled. No, actually, that's Alex Adams. He's going to be stopped after just a small gain, and we are going to be held to a field goal attempt. And again, our kicker does have a leg. I just have to be accurate, and there we go. We're able to nail that kick, and we take a 3-0 lead. So a lot of people wouldn't have predicted that Akron would have had the lead in this game, but we take a 3-0 lead right now. We're off to a pretty good start here early in this first season of the Dynasty. So here we go. We have the Scarlet Knight offense coming out once again here. Kelly Manic's going to hand it off to his running back, Kapongo, or Manangai, I should say. He sheds a tackle, and he's off to the races. And he picks up a huge gain on our defense right there. Here we go. Khalid Mannix is going to hit his wide receiver, and I think that was number 3 long on that grab, just snatching it out of the air, making a nice catch there. And just like that, the Scarlet Knights are in scoring territory. Here we go. First and goal. Gonna hand it off to their running back. That's Kapongo, who's undercut. And I'm sorry, Manangai, not Kapongo. Bear with me as I try to get some of these names. I'm trying to remember my roster. I took notes on their roster a little bit, so bear with me here. As you have Khalid Mannix, it's going to drop back, and he's just going to throw it away as there was no one open there. Great coverage sack there for not even a coverage sack, but great, coverage by the secondary there. And now he has a guy wide open across the middle, and that is Christian Dremel, who's able to get that touchdown coming wide open across the middle. We don't want to see that too much. And Rutgers, just like that, has the lead 7-3. As you see a solid gain there by Kellum on his first carry, getting 6 yards on this Scarlet Knight defense. Here we go. I formation this time. Bullock, he's going to hand it off. And that's a shed tackle by Jordan Simmons, but he's not going to get too far after that as he only picks up about 2 yards, and it is going to be a very manageable 3rd-and-1 situation for the Zips here. Flexbone, look, going to give it off to Simmons, has a little space, and he's going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards on that one. 1st and 10 here for the Zips. Here we go. Pistol look this time. Taj Bullock is going to hand it off to Kellum. He sheds a tackle. Can't break the second tackle, and he goes down. Only a gain of 2 after what looked like a promising run. And again, with this offense, we just, a lot of times we just keep chipping and chipping away, and eventually, something has to give here. As we come out here in the wishbone, going to get the pitch off to Kellum. Kellum has the corner, and he sheds a guy off of him, and he's going to pick up about 12, 13 yards on that one. 1st and 10 as we continue to move here. We're going to try and hand it off to Simmons out of the pistol. He loses 2 as Aaron Lewis scoops him up and drives him into the dirt. That's just an excellent play by Lewis there on this Scarlet Knight defense. Now we'll come out on 2nd and 12 in the power I look here. Going to hand it off to Kellum. Trying to set up his blocks there. Picks up a decent little gain of about 6 yards on that one. I don't really want to call that little, but he picks up about 6 yards this time in the split back look. Going to drop back and deliver it there to a wide open wide receiver, and that's actually one of his running backs. Looks like that was Marquise Williams who catches that pass by Bullock, and he picks up a solid gain. Now back in the wishbone look here. Bullock, he's going to fake it to his tight end, and he's going to barely get that one off as he is hit while he's throwing the ball. But we live to fight another day, avoiding the sack, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now coming out in the flex bone look here. Bullock, he has some space. Bullock, he makes a dangerous pitch, but he is able to get it into his running back's hands. That's Marquise Williams again, and that is a 1st down for the Akron Zips offense. As we continue to drive it downfield, as the Scarlet Knights don't have many answers so far for this attack. Here we go. Look like a QB power, and that goes nowhere. Tackled in the backfield, and that was Keyshawn Griffin, who already has his 3rd stop of the day on the defensive line for the Scarlet Knights. And that will end the 1st quarter here. 2nd and goal for the Zips. Bullock is going to keep it. He sheds a tackle, and he's going to strut into the end zone for 6. Taj Bullock showing what we really want this offense to look like here, as I believe we'll see a replay on this one. Getting hype with the team as the Akron Zips are going to take the lead for the 2nd time in this game. But you see the replay here. He's just going to take it. And it was a QB run all the way as he takes the snap, scoots to the left, sheds a tackle, and gets in. As the Scarlet Knight running back here, Kapongo has, not Kapongo, I keep getting Kapongo and Manangai confused, has some space here. And right there we see Christian Dremel with another reception there, as he was the one who scored the touchdown on us in the last drive. And Khalid Manis, delivering a little crossbody throw there for the completion, looking good here getting the Scarlet Knights on the move once again. Here we go. Hand off to Manangai. Jeez. Hand off to Manangai again. He's going to pick up 3 yards. And Manangai is the best player on this offense. So I don't blame them for feeding this guy the way they are. And here he is again with the give. Sheds 2 tackles and picks up the first down. And the Akron Zips defense is going to have to do a better job of tackling here, as Manangai already has 76 yards in this game, and he's not slowing down. Here we go. He shoots it out to its backup running back that time, and he goes nowhere. He's dropped for a 3-yard loss by Ontavious Fish, our starting inside linebacker on the Zips defense. 2nd and 13. Kelly McManus is going to deliver, and that pass goes for about 6 yards before Miller is planted in the dirt or undercut by the defender. But that is going to put the Scarlet Knights in a manageable 3rd and 6 situation. Shotgun look here. So far, no real exotic formations or anything like that for the Knights, keeping it rather simple as the stop is made by the defender in the open field. Excellent open field tackle. We just talked about tackling for this defense, and that is a prime example of how you get it done. And we hold them to a field goal attempt, and it is good as the game is now tied up at 10. Taking a look at the replay there, and we'll get ready for this return here for the Zips. All right, here we go. Taking it out of the end zone, picking up a solid return there, back to the 25-yard line. And Bullock will be working here from the 25 in the I formation, going to fake it. And he's going to deliver it to his wide open tight end there. And that was Jake Newell, who was able to bring that one in wide open. Nice game. Here we go. Delivering it across the middle, has a wide open wide receiver. He is going to pick up a nice gain, and that is Israel Polk on his second grab of the game, has 35 yards. And we haven't seen Adrian Norton yet, who's the top wide receiver, number 15, the impact star underneath him. And we hand it off to our running back here. That is Jordan Simmons, who has a lot of space to work with, and he has his best run of the day so far. 1st and 10. Akron Zips as we continue to move the ball again. This time, Taj Bullock tries to keep it, which was the right read to make, but Keontae Hamilton is going to bring him down for a 2-yard loss and putting us in a 2nd and 12 scenario here. This time, a traditional shotgun look for Taj Bullock. Going to have it on the option, pitches it out to Kellum, who has the corner. Kellum picks up a nice solid gain of about 14, 15 yards on the speed option. And again, you kind of see a lot of these different looks here. You see a lot of triple option. You've seen the speed option there. We can do a lot of things in this offense. This time, duos to the left of Taj Bullock. He's going to bring a guy in motion. He's going to run on the speed option again, gets it out to his running back, Marquise Williams, but he is dropped fairly quickly, and it will be 2nd and goal. We'll see what this offense can cook up here on 2nd and goal. I formation look this time. And we're going to hand it off to Jordan Simmons, who's going to pretty much walk into the end zone untouched for the Akron Zips score. And that time we hit them with the veer. That's something you would see back in the day with those really good Nebraska Cornhusker teams. They ran a lot of that veer. And that was something I really want to incorporate into this offense. When I was putting this offense together, one of the teams that inspired me to want to run an offense like this was those. I went back and watched Tommy Frazier. And I mentioned Pat White, but Tommy Frazier is one of the best college quarterbacks I've ever seen as well. But they would run that veer look, and you got to absolutely love the way it worked there as you see Khalid Manis complete that pass to his wide receiver for a first down. So the defense needs to kind of step it up a little bit here. 10 points isn't bad as you see us get a solid stop that time on Manangai before he could really get it going. 2nd and 10 for the Scarlet Knights. I can't complain about giving up 10 points, but you have to admit that the Scarlet Knights have moved the ball on us pretty much every drive except one so far, as the receiver that's long sheds a tackle in the open field and is able to get the first down. And again, I mentioned tackling, and with some of these lower ranked teams, tackling is definitely an issue, as you see it there. Delivering the pass to his wide receiver, Demir Miller, and that's his second grab. He came wide open as we tried the man coverage with 2 safeties over the top. That didn't work. And they're going to give it off to Manangai again, and he picks up 4. And that's not too bad if we could hold a running back like Manangai to 4 yards. We haven't bottled him up, so to speak, but he's at 80 yards, and that's only in the first half. But I think we're holding our own so far as we get a solid stop in the open field on Manangai again. I couldn't see who that was who had made that stop initially, but he only picks up a few yards, and the Scarlet Knights are in a 3rd and 5. This time, a 2-by-2 look, running back to the left of Khalid Manis. He's going to drop back. He's going to deliver, and that tackle is shed, but reinforcements arrive and is able to get the wide receiver down before he could get over the first down line. And that will put them in a 4th and inches, and surprisingly, they will not go for it, and they will settle for a field goal attempt. The kick is good, so Akron will remain in the lead 17-13 late in the first half. Here we go. And this kickoff is fielded slightly in the end zone. We have some space, and we are off to the races. Can we beat the last man? No, we cannot. But that was an absolutely awesome return there. Thought we would take it to the house, but we start on the 48-yard line and delivering a pass across the middle. Earlier, we mentioned Adrian Norton hadn't really been involved, but he gets involved there for a nice gain. As you see, our quarterback, Taj Bullock, has 99 yards passing here. He's going to drop back again. He's going to deliver it to the tight end, Newell, and he's going to pick up 4. And it looks like Newell thought he could have got more than that. Nonetheless, it will be a 2nd and 6 for the Zips offense. And you just got to love these white uniforms, man. Kellum getting a handoff here. And he actually loses about 2 yards, and that's Aaron Lewis with his 2nd stop for the day. And that will put us in a 3rd and 8 situation, as we are going to be forced to throw the ball intermediately, which is what we should be good at theoretically, but we are sacked as we do not have a lot of time. That's Bo Moscow who comes in and makes the sack, and I believe he's a corner or a safety, kind of taking a page out of our book here, sending a defensive back on that. We drill that field goal, and we extend our lead now up by a score 20-13. And with time winding down in the first half, we will see what this Scarlet Knight offense will try and do. Khalid Manis finds a wide open wide receiver. That's long once again, and that is a first down. I believe we tried man coverage once again, kind of trying to confuse them, but maybe we should stay away from man coverage, as we are not able to. We don't have the athletes to stick with some of these Scarlet Knight wideouts. That time, Khalid Manis is forced to throw it away, and it will be 2nd and 10 with 36 seconds left in the first half. Scarlet Knights, Khalid Manis has trips to the left. He's dropping back, going to find a wide open guy across the middle. And who else would that be aside from number 6 on this offense, making the grab, Christian Dremel. And now we have, looks like, twins to the right, twins to the left, and he almost has that one going the other way. Read perfectly by our corner out there, and he should have had the interception, but that's neither here or there. It's an incompletion, and it looked like Khalid Manis had a lane to run. He had a lot of space to take off and run with it, but he chose to throw it away as he's sacked here. And here we go once again, a defensive back coming on the blitz, and we are able to get home. And it looks like that was Devontae Golden Nelson who gets the sack that time as this defensive coordinator, and they drilled the field goal right before halftime. But this defensive coordinator continues to cook up the exotic blitzes here, and so far the Scarlet Knights don't have an answer for it. Here we go. On the return, we have a little bit of space. Thought we were going to break that one. That's 25. I think it's just a matter of time before we rip one of these off, man. Like the kick coverage unit of the Scarlet Knights don't seem to be very good. As we hand the ball off there to our running back, I think that was Marquise Williams, and that will take us to halftime. So my thoughts on the first half so far is that we played very well. We have the 20-16 lead here. We passed for 103 yards. Not a lot to talk about with that, but that's kind of how this offense is structured. You know, balanced, 98 yards rushing. We've ran the ball pretty well, haven't really lost a ton of yards when we're running the ball. So that means our offensive line is also getting a good push and doing their part. But also the runners have been doing very good. And when we've dropped back and thrown the ball, we've been able to find some open guys and complete it. So I can't complain too much there. And our defense only held them to 16 points. So our defense have played very well. We've given up some splash plays here and there, but overall, I'm satisfied. We just have to limit the splash plays in the second half because too many of those, and before you know it, they're in the lead. And here we go. Taj Bullock starting out of the shotgun. He's going to go with the play action here. Tries to deliver it to his tight end. That should have been intercepted by Eric Rogers. But Taj Bullock and the Zips will live to fight another day after that one. 2nd and 10. Split back look this time. I think this is our first time seeing this look. Dropping back, delivering it on the screen to Collum. Collum has space, puts a little move on, and he's going to pick the first down up right there on that little screen pass. So again, when we've thrown the ball, we haven't tried to get too fancy with it, and it's worked well so far. Split back look, going to hand off to Williams, and he's not going to get anything. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Akron Zips offense. This time there's one running back in the backfield, and that's Collum going in motion here. Here we go. Bullock dropping back, looking for an open guy. He's going to find his wide receiver, and that's a nice move, and that is a first down for the Akron Zips once again, and I believe that was Israel Polk on that grab, and he's been our best pass catcher so far. This time we're going to hand it off to Collum. Collum trying to find room, and he only picks up 2 yards there. And I don't think that was an option. I think that was a handoff to Kellum. I called him Collum. Kellum all the way as he's our leading rusher so far with 33 yards on the ground. Bullock has duos to his right, dropping back, looking for an open receiver. Nothing there. He tries to throw it downfield. He actually had a guy open downfield, but that one had no shot. This time Bullock dropping back, and he's going to be intercepted as he was trying to find his guy on the out route. Threw that one way too late. Doesn't have the arm strength to make those types of throws in the first place. It was late, not enough arm strength, and that one is going the other way. And guys, I will go ahead and tell you guys right away, I'm not the best at reading coverage, especially in this type of offense. There is another type of offense that I run. It's a pass-heavy offense, and I throw a lot of picks in that offense as well. But I'm not the best user quarterback, so forgive me when you see some horrendous throws like that. As Khalid Maddox is going to hand off to his running back, and that is Manangai picking up where he left off for a gain of 6, now up to 86 yards on the ground. This time there's trips to the right for the Scarlet Knights here, going to give it off to Manangai once again, and he's going to be stopped fairly quickly, and it will be 3rd and 3 for Rutgers. Going to hand it off to his back again. Puts a nice move on. Nice spin move. Chance a tackle. And Manangai showing exactly what he could do in the open space. Gashing us for a nice run. First down. Here we go. Manon guy again with a lot of room to run. We can't get him. He has the corner before he's finally chopped down in the open field by the defensive back. Looks like that was Golden Nelson who's able to get him down, but he has a huge gain, and this is what we didn't want to see. Handing it off to the backup running back this time as he gashes us. That is Samuel Brown, and if I'm this team, I am feeding the big beast. Manon guy right here, no doubt. Why not? He's ran it all over us today, and he is going to be sacked. Khalid Manis is sacked. Looks like he tried to run some type of RPO look there. Did not make the right read, and he goes down. That was Brian McCoy, who came in from the linebacker spot and absolutely ate him for dinner there. And McCoy has 4 stops today on a defense that has mostly impressed me, aside from a few plays here and there. Khalid Manis dropping back. This time he has a ton of time, and he ends up throwing it away, even though it looked like he had a guy open. But he had a whole lot of time to throw there, and that's definitely something we don't like to see. But the defense still holds strong to another field goal attempt, which the Scarlet Knights make, and it is a 1-point game as we try to swing it out there to our wide receiver on a screenplay, and that goes backwards for 2. 2nd and 12. This time we're going to hand it off to Marquise Williams, and he does not get much there as he picks up, well, he gets a decent amount. He gets 6 yards, 3rd and 7. 5 yards. Here we go. Flex bone look on 3rd and 7. We're going to drop back and pass. Bullock has his wide receiver wide open, and that is Israel Polk, who's able to get the first down. Split back look here. Bullock drops back, fires it across the middle, and this time that's Adrian Norton on his second grab of the game as he has 2 for 47. Surprising the Scarlet Knights here through the air after throwing a pick. Taj Bullock dropping back for a 3rd time, and he is going to be thrown to the ground by Aaron Lewis. And that is Aaron Lewis's first sack of the day. We had time, but the receivers did not get open as Bullock drops back here on a 3rd and 13, barely gets that one off, and we are going to be forced to punt it away. And the Scarlet Knights take over 1st and 10 from their 26. Going to hand it off to the running back Manon guy, and he picks up 4 yards. Khalid Manis, Manon guy to his left. Going to hand it off to him again. Nice move. And he almost breaks that one free. And it'll be 3rd and 1. As you see, Manon guy has 147 yards on the ground today. Hasn't gotten in the end zone yet, but has definitely done his job here. As they give it to him again, he shoves our defender right in the face and picks up a 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Scarlet Knights. 1:37 left in the 3rd quarter, and they are only down by 1 point. Trips to the left of Khalid Manis, and he's delivering to a wide open wide receiver. That's Christian Dremel on his 4th grab. He has 82 yards, leading the Scarlet Knights through the air. Here we go. Khalid Manis hands off to Manon guy. He has some space, takes a big hit, but not before he picks up 6 yards. And that was an impressive hit by the defensive back, Golden Nelson, but 6-yard gain. I'm sure that the Scarlet Knights will take that all day. Manon guy with more space, solid blocking up front, and they continue to gash us on the ground and just overall move the ball on what seems to be a tiring Akron defense here. Khalid Manis brings a guy in motion. They're going to fake the jet sweep action, throws it, and that should have been intercepted. Number 24 on the Akron Zips defense, Darian Lewis, who's probably arguably our best player on defense after Nunnally, does not hang on to that interception, and that would have been huge. This time going up top, and that is a touchdown to Long by Khalid Manis, hitting Chris Long for 6, and the Scarlet Knights take the lead after Darian Lewis could not hold on to what is turning out to be a crushing dropped interception as Manon guy takes it in for the 2-point conversion. 27-20. Scarlet Knight lead as we get the pitch here to the running back that is Charles Kellum, and he doesn't get anything as he is severely hurt right now. So he may have to step out of the ball game for a little while. Flex bone look. This time we're going to hand it off to Jordan Simmons, and he's going to pick up a respectable gain. 3rd and 5. Duos to the left. Here we go. Bullock pitches it out to Marquise Williams. Marquise Williams has the first down on the speed option. And this speed option has worked fairly well against the Scarlet Knights every time we've ran it today. So maybe we should see more of that here in the fourth quarter. Who knows? Started the fourth quarter here. Wishbone look for the Zips. We're going to hand it off to Marquise Williams. He has some space. He picks up 4 yards. And again, we're just going to continue to play our game here. We're not going to press. We're not going to try and just air it out or be something we're not just because we're down by 7 points. We have plenty of time left in the ball game here. Flexbone look, bringing guy in motion. He's going to pitch it out there. And I think that wasn't Marquise Williams. That might have been our 4th string running back, and I don't have his name at the moment. Either way, there's not much going there. It looked like a gain of about 2.5 yards. 3rd and 5. Duos to the right. Bullock dropping back. Going to find a wide open wide receiver. And who else? That is Israel Polk, who has been our best receiver so far in this game. And I'm not mad at that. Duos to the right once again for Bullock. Duos to the right, twins to the right. Going to fake it inside. He's going to keep it. Thought he had a little bit more space, but he does pick up 3 yards. It will be 2nd and 7. Duos to the left. Bringing a guy in motion. Going to pop it off to his wide receiver who has the corner. Nice spin move. And that is, I believe, Alex Adams, who's going to receive that pop pass. And he's able to show what he can do with a little bit of room there. This time, the full house pistol, going to fake it, going to pitch it out there to Marquise Williams, who has the corner, and he gets just enough to get the first down on his 7th carry of the game. And as you can see here, our runners don't have a whole lot individually, but if you combine them together, they pretty much ran just as good as Monangai has for the Scarlet Knights. Another pistol look here. This time, hand off to the running back, and that is number 8, Jordan Simmons, and he picks up 3 on his 8th carry, and you see it's balanced. So Jordan Simmons, 8 carries, 34 yards, and he has a score on the day. Flexbone look this time. Gonna fake it to Simmons, trying to give it to again, I think that's the 4th string back. He doesn't go anywhere. 3rd and 10, and we throw an interception. And as I talked about earlier, 2nd interception of the game, Bullock does not have that type of arm to make those types of throws. As you see him complete it here, nice move. And that is once again Israel Polk on that reception, delivering it again to Newell, who picks up a solid gain. We're on the move here. Split back look here this time. Bullock dropping back, looking for an open guy. He's going to find him. And that is the running back, Kellum, who's able to pick that one up as we are driving down the field of the Scarlet Knights here, looking forward to tie and get up. And, just to settle some confusion here, we did super sim the last drive of the Scarlet Knights, and the defense did get the stop. So that was how we jumped back on offense that quick. Split back look here, and that was intercepted, and he never saw the defender, and Bullock throws his 3rd interception, and that one is a crib call. Touchdown. And that is Shaquan Loyal, who gets that 54-yard pick 6, 3 interceptions thrown by Bullock, and that will pretty much do it here as we will receive this kickoff. But this game is over, and what started off as, a really good game, the game was a lot closer than the score indicates for sure. That pick six just padded the stats, as it should have really been a 27-20 ball game. But it is what it is. You live to fight another day. As Bullock drops back here, and he delivers it downfield. And the receiver did have a chance. Looks like down the field, he tried to get it to Alex Adams, but he can't hold on to it. And that was actually a decent pass one-on-one there by Bullock, but we can't bring it in. Nonetheless, it is 2nd and 10 with only 17 seconds left in the ball game. Delivering it across the field again to Israel Polk, and he has another grab, and I'm starting to wonder how many receptions he has in this game as time is ticking away. We have 3 wideouts, well, 2 wideouts and a tight end to the right. We're bringing Newell to the left. Bullock is going to drop back. He's going to fire. He's going to find an open guy, and that will do it. 34-20, the Scarlet Knights get the win here. And just to give out my final thoughts, overall, we played a really good game. As you see, Khalid Manis, he completed 71.4% of his passes, which is pretty darn good. He kind of carved us up, to be honest. You know, when he did drop back to throw the ball, he kind of did what he wanted, and we didn't capitalize on a couple of bad passes he threw that both should have been interceptions that would have definitely been game-changing here. As you see, Taj Bullock, he completed 71% of his passes, 20 for 28. It's darn good, especially in this offense, 259 yards, but we have to clean up the interceptions, 3 picks. And then here on the ground, no one really stood out. We had Simmons, Kellum, and there you have it. Israel Polk, 8 grabs for 118 yards. Adrian Norton had 3 for 30, 3 for 47 by Newell. But no running back really stood out yet, and I'm kind of disappointed in that. I was kind of looking for someone to kind of separate themselves from the pack as our primary ball carrier because, yes, we have a lot of read and reactions as far as who gets the ball. But we also have a lot of design runs. So, if one of these running backs can stand out, we'll get them the ball. Anyway, that will do it for today. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. We will see you in the next episode. Hopefully we can get a win. See you next time.